my sister's ex, who I thought was Aiden's father. And I said, "Hey Bill, it's Dan. I don't know if you remember me, but there's some controversy with Aiden. You know, who Aiden's real dad is and all that stuff. So I was wondering if you knew anything about that or why there would be any confusion." And he laughed really, really hard. A deep, guttural laugh. And then he said, "Oh, Dan, you have no idea, buddy." And I said, "What? What do you mean?" And then he hung up too. Then my mom called me back, and I picked up, and she was crying. And she said, "Honey, I'm so sorry." She could barely speak. She was crying so hard. "I'm so sorry I did this to you. I'm so sorry we did this to you. I'm so sorry." And I said, "Mom, what are you talking about?" And she said, "Your sister, when we had your sister, we had to use a surrogate because I could not have children anymore." And I thought that was going to be the big secret. But she kept talking. And she said, "So, we were going to use your father's..." And I said, "Okay, you don't have to tell me this part. I know how it works." And she said, "No, listen. Do you remember the thing you used to do with the jars?" And I said, "Yeah, I still do it. I still do it every New Year's." And she said, "Do you remember how you would keep them in the downstairs freezer?" Basically, if you didn't watch the last video, I explained that every New Year's at midnight, at the stroke of midnight, literally, which was the same joke I used in the video before, but I think it's funny, so I wanted to say it again in case you haven't heard that yet. At the stroke of midnight, literally, I will put my DNA fluid into the jar. And it's supposed to be sort of ritualistic magic that helps me have a good year, basically. And I know it sounds silly and stupid and superstitious, but I don't know. I guess it doesn't work. I guess I should stop doing that. Because clearly it doesn't work. Anyway, I said, "Yes, I remember, Mom. I had one in the freezer for every year. The first year was 2005, and then I had 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, up until I moved away from Maryland."